Hey guys, this is Jim, aka Armorama. I'm here to show you another quick battle in my VK3002D. This is a new tank that was introduced not too long ago, essentially the new German medium line, and I've been pursuing it from the Panzer III-4, which I had to restart and play for a while to get enough experience to then get the 3001D and played that through, and then got this tank, and I'm about 30,000 experience off from being able to research the Indian Panzer. But the Indian Panzer obviously leads up to the Leopard PTA and then the Leopard 1, so which I would like to get. I'll play the Indian Panzer probably for a while. I may keep the Indian Panzer. I may keep this VK3002D, which I don't normally do, but it is a fun tank, and I'm about to show you a battle in it. I got an award, and I'm trying to remember what the heck the name of the award is. Let me go down here and check real quick. Okay, so this one I played only 49 battles in so far. Seems like more. 55% win ratio, and this one got me the Lehvaslaiho's medal, which means you killed two tanks two tiers higher than you, or at least 2 tiers higher, which in this case it was a tier 9 battle, so I'm a tier 7, so it was 2 tier 9 tanks. And I will tell you right off the bat that I did not do a massive amount of damage to them, but just doing any damage to them was, to me, considering my gun and the 75mm gun and their level of armor and so forth, it was pretty lucky on my part, if not a little bit of skill. So this tank, without further ado, let me just give you kind of a brief 1-2 on it. Got some nice armor angling, not a whole lot of armor, only 80 frontally, 45 on the sides, and 50 in the rear. The turret armor, as you can see, it's practically very little inclination, so it's 120 millimeters, but it's just 120 millimeters basically. And then the sides are only 60, the rear is 60. So there is a little bit of potential glancing, especially from the front, where you might get a few bounces off to the side here. But there's a large area of stuff. So large commander's cupola. There's very extreme weak points here on the side armor. Not sure what these are, whether they count for spaced armor or not. That we might be able to get a couple of good accidental lucky hits there. There's not much spacing here, so as you can see, it's really, you can definitely eat a lot of shots to your tracks and survive a lot of deadly shots that way. But again, weak points, again, hatches on the side, hatches on the back. Just a lot of little parts. The best thing you have going for you in this tank is maneuverability. So this is definitely what I call a herk and jerk tank, which you're going back and forth real quick and trying to essentially outmaneuver your opponents, especially in the sense of trying to trade shots. This is not a tank you want to trade shots in anything really your tier or above, unless you really feel like you've got some kind of superior edge. With 700 horsepower, it's got a decent speed limit of 56 kilometers per hour. It weighs about 40 tons, 43 tons. Max load limit on this one. It only has 1,250 hit points, so again, it's not like you can trade a lot of shots with it as a tier 7. Just as a comparison, here's the Panther with 1,270 hit points also, but on this one you've got very similar armor actually. And similar maneuverability, and this one does have the kind of large weak spot area underneath the tracks. So they're very comparable tanks. They do play very similarly. Although I would say definitely the 3002D is maybe a little more maneuverable than the Panther. Although the Panther, I think, is probably a more stable firing platform, if that makes sense to anybody. Not really running a great. This is the crew I ran for the video gameplay I'm about to show. So this is not a great crew by any means. So don't be thinking, oh, he probably has a really fantastic crew with this, and da-da-da-da. So I don't. All right, well, I probably was running with periscopes, though. I usually put periscopes in it when I go out. So without further ado, let's take a look at that video. Okay, here's the battle on Cliff that I was mentioning. And basically, again, tier 9 battle. I'm in a tier 7 VK3002D. I'm about to do a little bit of a new strategy I have on this map. Instead of trying to push around either like to the center, around the middle hill there, I go to the larger hills, kind of western point, and usually poke out around this rocky obstruction there. Now, a lot of times there's going to be a scout or another medium there, checking to make sure there's no one there also, or trying to peek out himself. It's a little bit better on this side because you obviously have the whole top of the area here to kind of play around in. And since obviously the WZ-132 has already lit us up, or I lit myself up probably, but basically he already looked out and saw them. So I decided at this point, not going to go well. There's T-54 there. I took a nice little glancing blow off my gun, I believe, and the front mantlet. So I'm going to move around to the point. Now again, if you notice, nobody's gone the typical kind of, well, the Tiger II's moving towards it, but nobody's gone the typical defending flanking area around the far east there, although we have plenty of tanks in the west doing their thing. But I get a couple of nice hits there on the Tier 9 M46. Again, only 100 and what, 100 and something, but and then I decide to pummel this poor SP as he's too slowly, essentially trying to get over to the other side. And so I think I got 3 shots into him. I got a 3rd shot here. So 4 shots. So I'm already up to 800 damage in about 2 minutes. Not bad for this tank on a Tier 9. Certainly not typical, I would say. And then at this point, what it gets down to is essentially trying to play. At first, I saw this 1390. I wanted him to back off, and this T-29 over there has not seen me yet, I think, unless I was lit up. I don't have Sixth Sense on this, so I don't know who sees what. Yeah, he's not aiming towards me. Of course, the fact that I was able to pen his lower glacis there was nice because, again, it's not a gun that you can always do that with. But the the E75 is going to poke up around here. Actually, I zoomed in, so I didn't see that he was moving forward, so I luckily didn't actually do any damage to him. But the M46, he just, I actually feel a little bad for him, to be done in by a Tier 7 2002. That is what happens. So there's my first Tier 9 kill. And I did get a lot of him. I don't know how much damage I did on him precisely, but I did a lot. So now the KV-13 is like, well, who's this insolent, other Tier 7 here? There's a Tiger II over there. He's making me a little apprehensive about trying to push out further. And plus, now that this T-29 showed back up, you notice the E-75 bought it, trying to go out there. Which was a dumb move on his part. He really shouldn't have tried to move out there yet anyways. It was a good eventual move, but not with all those guys back there on that back line. So I've taken some really lucky glancing blows here, and just slowly trying to work this T-29. Took another glance, another ding there, another bounce. Somehow got him at that as he was pulling back in. I want to try to get the T-54. I guess because I killed the M46, I was like, okay, I can get this T-44 too. I wasn't really trying to go for the medal. I'd actually forgotten there even was a medal for this, but yeah, so I just kind of sticking my neck out here, probably a little too far to be honest. There's no arty at this point. There's no arty in this game, so that was a beneficial aspect to trying to do this kind of atoll. And I don't know why. I guess he just doesn't see me. I guess I'm assuming again. I don't have Sixth Sense to know. Although I think maybe that Tiger II would light me up because he is over there. I can kind of see him. But at this point, it's a fairly even game. 7-6. We're leading by 1. But I see the Tiger over there, and I see there's no one over there. So I'm like, okay, I gotta go. Somebody's got to stop this Tiger. So I figured with my 2 guys here, with the T-25AT and the 1390. Although the 1390 starts to go there and he sees me, so he says, okay, I'll let you handle it. I figured with the 2 of them, they could hold back the T-54 and T-29 and the IS-3. The IS-3, of course, the IS-3 I think had just gotten there, and he basically starts to make his move at that point. And they must have seen that I left, because they certainly seemed to, as soon as I left, they essentially were coming back. Luckily, this Tiger was already pretty damaged, so it only took me 2 hits, I think 2 hits to kill him, although he did some pretty massive damage. I believe. Yeah, he did. So, but I did kind of do a cheeky shot at and I switched to APCR. I think I was carrying a very few rounds of APCR. I don't remember at the beginning what I had, but very few. And I did use an APCR round. Just wanted to make sure I killed him. And I flipped back to normal AP, which is going to help me in a couple of minutes. So I want to get this. I know this Tiger II is over there, and I don't want to basically start attacking these guys to the southwest, or they're attacking my guys. I know that likely they could buy it here if I don't come in, although the IS-3 just died. T-54 has actually gone over to try to flank the guys over there in the far western valley. But I finally see that the Tiger II pops up here, boom, and it's an AFK tank. Well, at least he was playing for a while. I think he might have stashed his tank over here, like it was dinner time or something. And hoping maybe he'll come back to it and my tank will still be alive, but nope.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
But I needed to do that in order to feel safe to essentially try to clean up the last 2 tanks here. So I've gotten 3 kills, done 2,027 damage in a tier 7 and a tier 9 battle. I can't complain. Even if I hadn't won an award on this, I still think it would have been a decent replay game. It does show the tank's strengths, which, you know, is good. It doesn't show the driver's strengths or the player's strengths. I just ran into a rock. These rocks that are covered up by bushes are very annoying sometimes. I'm not really paying that close attention. Okay, so the T-54 is a one-hit dead. All right. And I'm thinking, okay, well, I can try. He'll be focusing on these guys. I'll come around and kill him from behind. Well, that doesn't exactly work out to plan because he's already turned around, facing the other direction. He's facing forward, and he's coming around towards me. So I missed twice. But then I load my APCR on just a second. Oh, now I've loaded my APCR on. I was like, oh, I got one left. Boom. So I only did, what, 46 damage on him, but that, well, I did. I'm not sure I've actually hit him before. I'll check the replay stats in just a second here. Hey guys, I'm just showing you the upload screen on World Tank Replay. So you can see it's pretty easy. You just click the upload replay, put in a title, link your file, and you can add a description if you want. And then you click upload, and it uploads. This one's taking me a little while. I'm not sure why. Maybe the site's doing a maintenance or something. But I thought I would throw this in for people who are like, well, what's that site? What it's involved with it? How do you do that? Because that's kind of the way I was when somebody first told me about it. In fact, I think I was platooning with a guy who was like, hold on a second, I got to upload a replay. I was like, okay. I mean, we just played the battle. So I guess he went and he used to upload his stuff like immediately. Probably had all the screens already on, the right screens and so forth. Okay, there we go. All right, so this is the Lehvaslaiho medal in 3002D, which is what I titled it, obviously. This was a times 3, I want to say. Let's see. Yes. Times 3, so it was 5,589 damage. I did, let's see, Super Pershing, we did 3 shots, 393. I did do a critical damage on the E75. I'm sorry, E75, you just, you know, you should have been, he knew I was looking over there and firing. Don't cross in front of people if you know they're firing. The T-54, I did 46 damage. I only got the 1 shot on him, although I did detect him. Oh, wait, no, I didn't detect him. Never mind. Never mind. Did some critical damage on a lot of critical damage shots lately in 8.6. I don't know what the deal is. 421 on the T-29. Not even sure what is he? Panzerkampfwagen 06 BT. Panzerkampfwagen 6 TI. I don't even remember. Okay, right, Tiger. Oh, okay. I'm like trying to read these like, what the heck? Oh, that's the Tiger 2, and that's, yeah, okay. Yeah, anyways, that was a little bit of a derp moment there for me. Okay, so, and the Patton I did 8 shots on and got 683, so I really did not do all the damage on the Patton, but, you know, he was hurting after I hit him quite a few times. So the overall was interesting. I mean, let's see, if we look at it XP-wise, I was only number 3. If we look at it, if you look at it damage-wise, if you look at it XP-wise, I was number 1, 1242 damage, 1242 XP, sorry, with 2,073 damage. I fired 32 shots and had 31 direct hits. Where's my sniper medal, damn it? And did damage again of 2. I did penetrations 22. So, you know, 22 penetrations off 32 shots, not bad. Not incredible. I mean, it's still a lot of direct fire essentially. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this battle, this replay. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section on whatever site you're on. And please remember to like our YouTube page and also subscribe, because that'll help us out a lot. Even if you watch our videos on the network, I would appreciate it if you go onto YouTube and just kind of find us and click on that stuff too. Thanks for watching and have a good day.